It's Thursday, I'm Mario, welcome to the Geek Dome. Sorry for the obnoxious intro. So when Steph asked me to join Geeks of the Week, I thought, yeah, I could do this. But all of a sudden, you and Nikki can sing and an episode of Glee breaks out. And if that happens, I am screwed. As evidenced by last week, I can't sing. With that said, how cool would a superhero-themed Glee episode be? Check out the link below for what the poster might look like. As for Firefly, me and Nikki will probably continue making references. Frankly, there's no power in the verse that could stop that. And real quick, Steph, congrats on Utah and Fanaticu and being the guest of honor. By the way, your review of Justice League was spot on. It was great. You pretty much captured the whole issue in 5 seconds. And yes, we are referring to the same thing. I just don't know what to do with that issue anymore. Donate it to charity? But then I'd feel bad for whoever who would read it. And as for your Grayson obsession, and for anybody wanting to know, she was talking about Nightwing issue 138, part 2 of the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, and she was specifically talking about this panel. Wait, why am I showing you guys this? Moving on. I won't judge you for not watching Firefly or other science fiction TV since I don't know what Neon Genesis Evangelion is, and shame on me because the name alone sounds awesome. I will definitely look for it and give it a try. So in answer to your question of who would win in the fight, Asuka or Batman, the answer is Batman. It's always Batman. True, I don't know who Asuka is, but in any versus battle, Batman will always be the victor. It's gotten to a point where using the Batman card is not fair. I will be sitting there having a philosophical debate of who would win in a fight, the Terminator or RoboCop, and someone throws down Batman. That's not the point. Yes, Batman would obviously beat them both. I think at this point it's time to retire the Batman card. And now to answer Luluko's question from last week of Life Ruiners, I'm going to forego my male influences and get straight to the ladies. I love a strong, confident female character. In fact, I have my own personal badass chicks club, and in my club, and in no particular order, is Sarah Connor from The Terminator, Beatrice the Bride Kiddo from Kill Bill, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Ripley from the Aliens franchise. And that's my club. So your preview of Wonderfest was awesome. I don't know a lot about figures, but I really like the Link one, since my name is Mario and I have to support my fellow Nintendo people. And by the way, your reaction to Persona 4 getting a figure is the happiest I've ever seen you. True, I have not known you for that long. And this single fuck card, I want one. Are they transferable? And now a special message. Nikki, how do you keep getting in here and taking all my stuff? You found the invincibility cloak, didn't you? And you thought you were a muggle. And now to respond to Nikki's question of fandoms we like to see crossover, and I actually have 2 in mind. The first one is Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. I think both these worlds would fit perfectly with each other and it'd be a lot of fun to watch. And the second one, and at the top of my list, is Star Wars and Star Trek. I know both these fandoms by heart and I realize there's certain beef between the two, but I doubt a crossover would ever settle their conflict, so we might as well get one. Actually, I too am looking forward to the Doctor Who and Star Trek crossover. I know it comes out in May. It's going to be an 8-issue miniseries. So be on the lookout for that if you're a fan of either. My Doctor Who knowledge is basic, so I will be relying on you, Nikki, to navigate me through these nerdy waters. And feel free to rely on me on my Trekkie knowledge. Actually, this has not been the first time a crossover has been proposed. Check out the link below for the cool picture. Finally, Steph's awesome rendition of New Girl made me start this. A Geek Douche / Jerk Jar. Let me demonstrate it in action. You watch the TV show? The comic is so much better. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't the comic better? True. Whether it be book, comic, or video game, the source material is always better than the adaptation. But unless the adaptation is so horrendous that it warrants such a ripping, it's best to tone it differently. Usually what I like to say is, you should try the comic. It's amazing. Because if I can at least make one new person try comic, I consider my mission a success. So feel free to add any saying or action from your respective geeky thing that will warrant putting money in the jar. Sometimes I must admit that I will happily put money in the jar because certain things just aggravate me and get me angry. Okay, so that's it for me this week. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Check out the other Geeks of the Week video. Come back tomorrow for Nikki, and I'll see you all next week. I am going to go broke if I keep you around.